Do you have questions about buying or selling a home, not sure if you qualify? Your local real estate agent Antoinette Ware is here for you. Do you live out of town, moving out of town, or looking for investment property? Well, let's work together and make it happen. Antoinette Ware can be reached at 419-917-6258. The name you know, celebrating over 20 years, serving Toledo and surrounding areas. Frida's Cleaning Service is a small family-owned business established in 2003. With over 17 years of professional, high-quality, and greatly satisfied service, the Frida's Cleaning Service will get the job done. Specializing in sanitizing your home, business, post-construction, and commercial cleaning, no job's too big or small. See for yourself and give us a call, 567-249-9172. La Frida's Cleaning Service. Our reputation is always spotless.
Are you tired of driving around a dirty car? Say hello to the ultimate solution for your car. Quick Auto Detail, home, work, or wherever. Their mobile car spa will clean and shine your car anytime and anywhere. Their products are gentle on your car's paint, and they use only the highest quality materials. Book your appointment now.
Hey there, this is indie artist Chambray Price, and I rock with Queen Silvy on the Queen Silvy Show. Bye, y'all.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, it's time for the silky smooth sounds of Smooth Tim and Her Majesty herself, Queen Silvy.
Hey, it is Smooth Tim, and thank you so much for dropping in and spending another terrific Tuesday with us on the multiple award-winning Queen Silvy Show. It is now my esteemed pleasure to bring to you the world's sexiest granny, the Queen herself, Queen Silvy.
That's what I have to say about this terrific Tuesday. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this world. Today, I am Queen Silvy on this terrific Tuesday, the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. You like that? Yeah, me too. How you doing, Smooth?
I am doing terrific on this Tuesday, Queen, and how are you doing?
As always, I'm supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious, I suppose, is 24/7, 365. The Queen Silvy, you're just simply.
I know. Amazing.
You are.
I am amazing. Double true that because it is what it is, but you are amazing, Smooth. You are amazing. We have an amazing guest today, as well as some announcements, yes?
Absolutely. We have a community activist, a R&B singer,
Mm.
and she also represented Colorado in the Miss Black USA contest. And I'll tell you what, whew, you're going to love our guest today.
You certainly are.
And let's see here. What else are we going to do? Oh, how about some shout outs to the listeners from last week, Queen?
Hey.
In Australia, France, Ireland, Africa,
mm.
Poland, Germany, Mexico, Canada, United Kingdom, and the United States. Thank you for tuning on in. And as always, our hearts and prayers are going out to you all around the world. 'Cause
Yes.
There's always something going on.
Always something.
Going on. Anyhow, and as the Queen always likes to say, faith over fear.
That's right.
That's right. Just put your trust in the Lord, and He will get you through it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, geez, that about wraps it up, Queen. There's not a whole lot, except I hope you enjoy the rest of your week.
You most certainly will.
It's starting to cool down a bit, so don't let that fool you. Still keep yourself hydrated.
Hey, you know what? I want you to know that you do have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to go on in and get the super greatness we have in store for you.
Indeed.
If you are watching this live, I want you to know, Smooth and myself, we love and appreciate you. And if you're watching this later on archive,
Our love is everlasting.
Our love is everlasting.
That's right.
We love and appreciate you on this terrific Tuesday, the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. Before I get things going with my guests, you know what I want to do. That's right. What I like to do at this moment is I like to share some motivational words from The Queen Silvy Show to you. You know, I believe the most alluring thing a woman can have is confidence. It's actually one of the keys to success. Self-confidence is, let's call it a superpower. You know, once you start to believe in yourself, magic starts happening. And you know the saying, a woman with a voice is by definition a strong, confident woman. So trust me, there is no limit to what we, as women, can accomplish. Within us is the power to create, nurture, and transform. That's right. Hey. And those are some motivational words, from the Queen Silvy Show to you. And I'm going to keep it going because you know I must shout out my deserving kings and queens all over the world, like holistic health advocate Marva Riley, Marie Kinsley at the International Sexual Assault Recovery Institute, Carmen Jewel with Massage Therapy by Carmen, Simone Enterprise and Entertainment Company, and the Simone Family Foundation. A Journey Through Healing with Beatrice Crawford Daniels. Hey.
Shout out to you.
To Kinsley Patino, Queen Jenna, Queen Ashley, Follette Clark, and Connette Rawls.
Shout out to you.
To Helen Myers, Peace Myers, Corey and Casey Patino, and Joan Mercer.
Shout out to you.
To Queen Aaliyah, Asia Tay, Maya Camille, and Dejour.
Shout out to you.
I'm going to this week say to my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren, and save me from messing up somebody's name. Hey! Shout out to you. To Jonathan Easley, Lee Allen, Senior, Wade, and Katrina, LP, and Cynthia, Melvin, and Teresa Kaki, and Mike.
Shout out to you.
Queen Sonia Kaki, Shanika, Alana, Brianna, and Precious.
Shout out to you.
To Nancy, Delia, and Chrissy from Fort Worth, Texas.
Shout out to you.
Ryan and Kelly and the All-American Boys, Matt and Tracy, and the All-American Girls. Are.
Shout out to you.
I think I need to clear my throat. Just one moment. Here we go.
Woof, woof. Meow. Ready.
Ooh, there it is again. Don't knock it till you try it, because I think it's that ribbit part. To Pamela Anderson, C. Shorty Franklin, Renita Easley, Gold Rosa, Patricia Wilhelm McGiffin, Donna Ferry, and Pam Bailey.
Shout out to you.
To my good friends in Africa, Amy Kanema, Webster Rito, Hostile Flow, Hero Boy, and Princess Aria Lua.
Shout out to you.
Sabrina Williams, Pinky Harmon, Sassy Savage, Robin Taylor, and DJ Team Rook 100.
Shout out to you.
To my good friends in United Kingdom, Beth Lambert, Nicola Jones, Bethany Jones, and Gay Cross.
Shout out to you.
Lorenzo Gabaniza, Christine Lewis Anderson, James and Audrey, Serious Edition, and Nana Linda Hartley.
Shout out to you.
to Edith Verhoek. I love saying Edith's name. Edith Verhoek. Queen D. Brown, Sandra and Ben Johnson, Melody Gordab, Brian Pearson, Miguel Montibon, and my good friend, Joe Mass.
Shout out to you.
Yeah. That's what's up. Hey, if you would love to be shouted out, if you have someone you would love for us to represent and shout out, we will hook you up 3 days a week, every Tuesday, with the multiple award winning The Queen Silvy Show every Wednesday with Tim's Tidbits, and every Thursday with the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim. As we bring the best in live entertainment, talents, topics, and resources from around the world just for you. Check out this resource, and when we get back, let's get the ball rolling with this super greatness we have in store for you on The Queen Silvy Show. Do you have questions about buying or selling a home, not sure if you're qualified? Your local real estate agent, Antoinette Ware, is here for you. Do you live out of town, moving out of town, or looking for investment property? Well, let's work together and make it happen. Antoinette Ware can be reached at 419-917-6258. The name you know, celebrating over 20 years, serving Toledo and surrounding areas.
Well, all righty then.
We are back on this terrific Tuesday. Remember, I did say that you have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in and get this super greatness we have in store for you. Sharing her amazing life story of triumph and success. A beautiful, strong queen, leaving a passionate legacy valuing criminal justice, healing, and education for the Black and minority communities. Making a worldwide difference. Live from Denver, Colorado, I introduce to you Detective in Training, Miss Black Denver USA 2024, community activist, R&B singer-songwriter, and podcast host, the one and only Holly Sisa. Hey, Holly.
Hello.
Well, I thank you for taking the time being here on the Queen Silvy Show. My volume isn't that good. So let me start off really by saying that I find you to be amazingly strong, gifted, and blessed. I mean, you are a mother with 2 toddlers, but you also is an angel mom, being that in 2008 you lost a daughter, followed by other traumas, all before the age of 18. Now, I know that this may be difficult, but could you share what you will about that time in your life and the traumas you experienced?
No problem. Once again, I'm happy to be here on this wonderful July day. Um, it started off as I was a young girl who was in love with a guy that was my age, and um, long story short, I became pregnant at 14, and the father was not there for me. He disappeared, and that led me to a life on the streets because I couldn't get a regular job. So I started a street life. I was out there being pimped out and everything else. Um, that street life led me to the unfortunate demise of my daughter. So when I was pregnant with her, I was also an alcoholic, drank the whole pregnancy, and I popped pills. So you can tell by that behavior, I didn't necessarily want my baby, but by God's grace, she was born with no complications. And, when she was born, after, destroying my teenage body like that, I thought to myself, I was like, okay, this is my fresh chance, to start over. And 2 weeks after I gave birth, I go to what other states call Kroger. It's called King Supers here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I went to get her some formula, and I come back and I find her floating face down in a bathtub.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
I am
yeah,
so sorry. So sorry. But
me
that
too.
wasn't the only trauma that you went through. That's why I say that you are so strong. You are gifted and blessed because you've come through it.
The investigation into my daughter's death was a shit show. Pardon my language. I'll never forget the older detective telling me that this could have been prevented if I wasn't a drug addicted teenage prostitute.
Mm-mm, that's terrible.
And then they deemed it an accidental drowning. And then the two girls who were watching my baby fled. And it'll be 16 years on the 31st of July. No justice for me or my daughter. So,
May she rest in peace. That is awful, and I am so sorry. I honestly didn't even know that it went that deep like that. And I thank you for even sharing that because it's conjuring up, all of this today on this beautiful day. But you had stillbirths as well, yes?
yeah, I had a stillborn son January 7th, 2010. I was 17. So obviously I didn't learn my lesson. Became pregnant again. um, and then a history of miscarriages after that.
Wow, I understand the stillbirth. My mom, I have 8 siblings right now. 2 are stillbirth, so we would have had 10. But she was slinging them by baby like bing bing. But it is what it is, and I'm glad that she did, or I wouldn't be here today. But for you, such traumas of all this that you've been to has led to PTSD, which is post traumatic stress disorder. How are you handling things today?
Therapy and a good village because I didn't
Amen.
have that back then.
That's all right. That matters a great deal too. I can imagine, and myself. I can imagine that there would be times when someone else's happiness in life with a baby can be quite depressing after you've went through a loss. How did you, or how do, no, how do, or how did you handle triggers? Because I don't want to set triggers, and me just asking you to bring this back up could have triggered. You know what I mean? But how do you handle that when it does happen?
So I'm going to talk about before I started healing and where I am now. So before I had my two children, if you would have asked me that, would have told you that I was depressed. I was very jealous. I was very envious of other women who were having children because I was struggling to have children. I also have PCOS, so that also factored into my miscarriages. And so I would just be really, really angry. I've tried to commit suicide a few times. Um, I apologize for that. You guys know how July is. Um,
I know we get
but
that too.
but yeah, it was my final suicide attempt in 2017. I tried to do a home hysterectomy. I took a knife and I tried to carve my uterus out myself.
Oh,
Um, yeah.
I'm going to move from that because you're not sitting next to me where I would love to be to hug you, to just give you a hug because listen, some people can't get through that. And then although you've tried to take your life, it's not for you.
It's
It's
never
not your
worth it.
time.
It's never worth taking a life.
And you found other
Yep.
avenues that has opened up a path for a purpose in life that is now making a difference for other people. And so here's my hug to you because I'm not there. But one of these days I'm coming up to
That's right.
Denver. We used
God has a plan for you. Just
Oh
remember,
yeah.
God has a plan for you.
Yes, yes, yes. But
Amen.
just to state for the record, here in the United States, nearly 24,000 innocent babies are stillborn every year, and that's according to Samantha Bangery of the Washington Post. And according to the CDC, black mothers are more than twice as likely to experience stillbirth compared to Hispanic or white mothers. But it is what it is. There's a lot of warriors out here, a lot of strong women out here who've been through this and who has not, that has their head on. And listen, you might have been like dang a bobblehead at some point in your life, but you are strong and you have come through it all. Now, although you're going through therapy, you also is getting the therapeutic magic that comes from music. You know what I'm saying? You've been singing and writing music now for how long?
Ooh, since since the 90s, since I was a little toddler. My parents used to have. You guys remember
VH1.
VHS tapes?
Oh,
um,
yes, do we? We
back in those
invented it. You
days.
don't know how old
Wait,
we
you
is.
went way back. VH1. What the hell is VH1?
No, VH tape.
Oh
I know
God,
VH1 too. That's like
MTV?
MTV. Yeah,
those
yeah,
tapes.
yeah, yeah.
Um, those tapes are. It was a TLC one. It was an orange cassette with TLC on it, and just watching T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili just doing their thing. It's made me want to sing. And then Aaliyah, may she rest in peace, and Left Eye rest in peace. It was them two that made me want to sing about real things and love. And when Aaliyah passed away, I was 8, and I just kept singing and kept singing. It was when I was in middle school. It was when I was in 8th grade. Me and my former friend Kayla, we did a demo and we sent it to Def Jam.
That's what's up.
And never heard from them, sadly enough, because we would be having a different conversation if that was the case. But
Right.
we I tried, and then I got disappointed a little bit, and then I revamped doing music about 2 years ago, and I came out with Coming On Strong. I don't know why it's not on YouTube anymore, but we'll get that fixed.
Hmm.
But right now I'm currently working on the remix to that song, and gonna it, we're gonna get it recorded as soon as I come back from Houston, at the end of July. I'm going to Houston on the 20th.
I'm gonna talk
So
about that in just a moment too.
oh, after I come back from Houston, we're gonna start recording the remix.
So coming on
And
strong, the remix is the latest project that you're on. It includes your sister and a couple other
mhm.
artists on the track. Shout them out and tell me about the inspiration behind that song.
So the original Coming On Strong was, I mean, so I was dealing with this guy, and he thought that I was coming on too strong to him. So instead of being, hurt, disappointed, because you know how us women are, I decided to use that in a therapeutic way and write a song about it. And then I, got the girls together. I'm no longer associated with one of the girls, but um, we did the song, and then I showed him like, oh, is this coming on strong? Is this too strong for you? And then the song started circulating, and it got a little buzz out here. And I'll send you the what is it, the WMA format of the
Mm-hmm.
song, so you can
Mm-hmm.
have like that file, so you can take a listen. But yeah, it's
I'm looking
just
forward
about
to it.
liking a guy and letting him know that, yeah, I may be coming on strong, but these feelings are real. What's up, my
Right?
brother?
Right?
And then the remix, featuring my sister Imogene, a lovely R&B singer. His name is JJ Jones. He's my best friend's fiance. Shout out to him.
Shout out.
And then Miss Hal, which her real name is Misha Gaines. She's also my photographer. So those three talented artists, I decided to put them through on a song because obviously I know them,
Mm-hmm.
and then their voices together with mine, it's just gonna create the Coming On Strong remix that
Mm.
needs to be done. And then the instrumental that I chose, I'm gonna just give you guys a little description. It
Okay.
takes you back a little bit to like Zapp and Roger, and that's all I'm gonna
Oh. Oh. That's what's up. Zapp and Roger is bad. So if you got
say.
anything that kind of resonates with that, girl, shut up. I'm a seat dancer, by the way. I'm a championship seat dancer, so maybe I'll pop and drop it when I hear it. But I'm looking forward to actually showcasing it when the time is right. But tell me, how would you describe yourself as a singer and songwriter and the type of music that you create?
So I don't see. I feel like I'm R&B, but I'm also like neo soul,
Hmm,
because I wanna sing to the souls of people. That's so I call myself I want to be a music therapist,
that's what's up. That's
a
what's
music
up. You
therapist.
go.
I
You
want
know,
to heal people with music.
Well, that's music is healing. It's one to me one of the most therapeutic things. I am all about music, and when I say music, I mean all types of music. If you are musically inclined, you can find the best in any type of music. But it's good that you are using it as a therapeutic way. What about poetry? You ever think about maybe expressing some poetry? Somebody make me mad, I'm gonna do a spoken word, and I'm gonna invite you there, and then I'm gonna just.
So it's really interesting that you mentioned that. I used to do poetry a lot when I was younger. I was actually published in a poetry book, and I was actually supposed to go to Vegas when I was about 13. So
Mm.
before I got pregnant with my daughter, and my parents just didn't have the money to fly us out for me to, go be honored in that poetry book and get the award that I had won for being one of the youngest poets in that poetry book.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, poetry is. I need to get back into it, but I used to be very passionate about it when I was a teenager, for
That's
sure.
what's up. Well, you know what? It's that skill is still within you. When you want to release or bring it out, there it is. You feel me? It's just like riding a bike. You don't never forget how to do it. But now you
Like, I
know.
think I forgot how to ride a bike though. So,
Well, let me figure something out. You know how to eat? Okay, we will never forget how to eat. Sheesh. I tell you. But now, for some people, when you think of Colorado, you think of skiing and legal marijuana. What? But now it's more than that. And when you
absolutely.
think of black women activists in the United States, most minds likely go straight to Rosa Parks, who back on December 1st, 1955, refused her seat on the bus. But now for you, Holly, what does it mean to be a community activist? One for the people.
To be one with the people is to actually put human back in humanity. That's the thing that we 100% lack now in community is forgetting that we are all human, we all make mistakes, and we are all here for a purpose. For me, being a community activist is to make sure that I'm making people remember that they're first and foremost that they're human, and that there is human error, and that we can come together in that human error and correct something
Mm-hmm.
in that human error, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. It does. I read on your Facebook page where you asked, who can I vent to about my disappointment in the black community? So you tell me about some disappointments in the black community and your ideas and suggestions for resolution.
Okay, first disappointment in the Black community is competition over collaboration, and it's supposed to be the other way around. For some reason, our community loves to compete within one another, and I would use this very sad example of women because I really want to touch women. Women fighting over a bum ass man. Excuse me.
No, no, keep it
Um,
real.
um, when I see stuff like that, it's just disappointing. I'm like, why are you guys fighting over this man? This man has obviously has nothing to offer you both because he's a cheater. He's a nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see women going back and forth on social media or whatever about a useless man, it's just like, what are we doing? And vice versa. If two men are fighting over a woman, like, what are you guys doing? Like, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Let's get our own people. That bothers me. Another thing too is the way we steal, kill, and try to destroy each other.
Mm-hmm.
Those three things really bother me. Example, you can see a nice, beautiful black man in a nice suit. He has his nice chain, nice dress shoes. He has his briefcase. He's walking downtown going to work. And some group of guys are jealous and they decide to follow him and rob him
Mm.
instead of getting their asses up and going to fill out an application,
Right?
work hard to get promoted to where that man is. That bothers me too. Killing. I lost a child because I thought that I trusted people to watch my baby, but I was wrong. I was wrong. I was around drug people that did drugs and nefarious things, and I made that mistake. But people killing other people, there's something that just really pisses me off because people are playing God. I'm a child of God. I'm a woman of God. I believe that God died for my sins. So let me ask you, I believe that Jesus died for my sins
Mm-hmm.
and that God is his father. I believe in both. So it's really, really frustrating to see people do the will of God. That really
Mm-hmm.
pisses me off. And
I
you will
feel
actually
you.
probably see me tremble because of that. That just really angers me. And then the third, destroying. Just destroying has like multiple parts. Hating. Um, I think hatred's probably like the biggest one for me. You're walking past someone who looks like they're happy, and instead of being like, "Oh, look, that sister's happy today," you do this.
Hmm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
what's she so happy for?
Right.
Why is she smiling today? Mm. And I just be like, okay, who pissed in your cereal today? But yeah, those are my grievances. And then there's plenty of them, but I'll leave it with this one. And then a lack of support for one another. People always want people to support each other, but what are you doing to make us support you? People are like, "Oh, support me, support." What do you bring? What substance do you bring to the community for us to support you?
You know what? You hitting it all on point. I'm telling you. And that's not just in your neck of the woods. This is in many
Well,
communities that's going through this.
sometimes,
It's
and
terrible.
I may be out of line, but I think some of it is indoctrination. You hear this stuff on the news. You hear this stuff all the time, and once you're told it so many times, you start to frickin' believe it.
Tim's show on Wednesdays is a lot about politics and things. I try not to get there, but everything these days is tied to politics in one way or freaking another. And I don't care if it's the food and the prices or, deciding if a woman can have a baby, shouldn't have a baby. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to the hood, it's terrible when my black brother done did something. Now you done made it harder for the next one who's trying to do something. We all need to stick and have each other's back. Don't just have my back or have the neighbor's back because they're fighting. You got to have
Right.
that neighbor's back all the way around. And I also think that it needs to be some more education for our youth. Our youth is our future right now. And right now,
Yep.
most youth is so into the rapping or into things that's, if they don't see the whole picture of even what that rapper's message is, how can this youth understand and make a difference? Well, it is a big thing. And you know what? I'm going to say, I'm so glad to meet you and to know that you're one of those strong black queens out here who has a voice and making a difference. If I was to give my voice, I'm going to get arrested because I'll be like a mad cow. I'll be going off. I'd be like going too off. And so therefore I let Smooth do his show on Wednesdays and carry that torch. I don't think that's for me right now.
Well,
Cause
when they start in the schools, as she just said, in what younger education, and you start saying, "Well, we can't teach critical race theory because it's all wrong." Well, then, really? So,
my one of my things is that's different these days than, and I don't have to tell my age because I'm still fine. No, but back in my day, what we had was the books, was whatever the teachers were told to teach us, and in comparisons to the city Smooth is from and here where I am from, the education what the teachers taught those guys, and I'm not going to say white, is different than what they taught in the hood for the black kids.
it
And
is.
now the difference is right now, what is different from having books back then is the internet, is the computer. The kids have these computers and they need to use it the right way. I have a grandson that comes over with his little laptop, and honey, he knows he cannot play his laptop first. What do you want to do first, Smooth?
Schoolwork.
Schoolwork. When he comes through, he know Granny gonna do schoolwork. With you, we teaching, we learning something. It ain't about just that laptop. You feel me? But one of the things that makes someone an activist is that they have strong ideas and they put those ideas into action. That's what you're doing. So let me ask you, of all the things that you've already mentioned and of what I've said, what are the issues you personally that you choose to focus on with activism? Like what areas are you going headstrong for?
So cold cases, missing person cases, and wrongful convictions are my top three when it comes to criminal justice. Uh, there's too many people that are in jail wrongfully and or don't need to be in there anymore and they just need to get out. And I want to help certain people get out of prison who were either wrongfully there or just I think they've done their time and it's time for them to get out. I'm actually currently working on something with an inmate in Cook County, Illinois, He was convicted of a murder, and I'm trying to help him get out. So,
Bless your
um,
heart, because there is so many that is within this justice system and did wrong. Don't use that black brother as an example and over. And I'm speaking personally because I have a brother who has been incarcerated, and I don't even know if we'll ever see him again. And I think they just like not throw the book at him, threw a whole encyclopedia at him, trying to make a difference when you got some people out here doing crimes that they don't get nothing. They get off. It's like what? There's some wrong all up in there, you know. But I will take note that there are countless black women activists who have not. I didn't say have. I said who haven't gotten the acknowledgement that they deserve for their contributions to social justice movements in America. So you keep fighting. Keep fighting for that. Thank you, audience. You know we got audience in here electronically. But I want you to keep fighting because I want to also say right now, hats off to you, audience. Give it up again. Hats off and congratulations to you for your nomination for Shades of Blue Innovative Community Leader Award. There it is right there on the thing. Ah, you go, girl. You doing things. If the president, and I'm see this is politics again, but I'm just gonna say between Biden and Scrump. I mean, whatever name y'all call him, you know, both of them need to go sit down. If we can change and make something, you got my vote. I know you gonna put some change up in there. You heard me?
yeah, and then I'm gonna try to keep my black job. Anyways,
Ah, that's right. You like breathe, breathe. Okay, inhale. Let's go. But what does it mean to you to have this nomination for Innovative Community Leader Award?
it just shows that God has put me in the place that I need to be, and that I'm on the right path, and that I'm going to continue down that path. And to be honored at, because I'll be speaking at the Black Maternal Mental Health Summit in Houston a few days after the award ceremony. So to be nominated, it's just a really really beautiful thing. People are seeing that you're trying to make effective change. People see that you want things to be different, and I appreciate that that's being noticed and things are changing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are. I wonder, have you considered, maybe you already have one or you're doing one, but have you ever considered writing a book
Someone's
or
so
even a
someone's writing my
documentary?
biography.
Mm.
So I have a writer doing that. Um, yeah, I've considered writing a few
And,
times.
and
I
and
love I
and I
love I
have
love book.
several different types of books in mind that you strike me as doing, but that path happens when you feel like that's the path. I'm simply asking because that's what I can see, but you know how you can see potential in someone and they don't see it until it's their time, until they see what it is. It's like that. But so I'll move on to that, but I do want to know if you do, let me know so we can showcase this and talk about it on the show. But am I correct, Holly, that you are a deputy probation officer?
I am. I'm a deputy probation officer for Adams County, Colorado. Um, really, really
Audience?
proud of myself for that.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
so I'm still in my training phase, but here next month I'll start supervising clients, and I'm really, really excited about that because it gives me another understanding of the criminal justice system, so I
Mm-hmm.
can be the best detective slash mental health activist I can be.
That's what's up. What do you like about it? You know how it's important that people like what they do. What do you like about it?
So far, this is gonna sound real nerdy, but so far I'm loving doing like the reports, typing up warrants and things of that nature. But once I start supervising clients, the thing that I'm going to fall in love with is getting to know my clients so I can help them become a better version of them because that's why I'm there. You know, these people are on probation for whatever crimes they've committed, and I just want to be their support so they can get off probation. And if that person may have a drug problem or mental health problem, I want to make sure that I'm their probation officer that is helping them be on a better path. So when they get off probation, they have a fresh life. So they don't, reoffend.
Right. And that's a good thing because, you've kind of been in the shoes where shame on that officer for saying what he did to you. I mean, there was no support or compassion in him at
Just,
all.
just call him an asshole.
Okay, an asshole. He was an asshole. Let's keep it real. But now you are flipping the script, and you're one of those compassionate persons who is going to be there for someone. And sometimes that's what a person needs. You don't know what shoes a person was walked in. You feel me? And so some people don't know how to do a cry for help or to ask. So they're holding all this in, and they're dealing with life at the same time. So I mean, I'm telling you, I meant it when I said that you are amazingly strong, gifted, and blessed because you are. Are you also in school going for criminal justice?
Yes, I am.
You
I'm getting a
go,
bachelor's
girl. What?
in criminal justice, and I'm minoring in human services. The minor in human services is because, for some reason, the criminal justice system mostly focuses on convicting people, and I'm more trying to focus on the restoration part
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
of criminal justice as well. So,
You go. Oh my goodness. I'm so proud of you. You might not have time to do nothing else after the end of the day, but feed the kids and we all going to bed and watch some Sesame Street or something like Mama Tired. You hear me? But that is so good. You really keep going. I am very proud of you. I am so proud of you. You are a detective in training, and that is okay. So, am I correct that you want to launch your own private investigating firm?
yep,
Girl.
I've already started the pieces to do that, um, and I want to launch it on the 17th anniversary of my daughter's passing, which would be July 31st,
All
2025.
right. Look at that. Look
So,
at
So
that.
they have some licensing requirements in Colorado for a PI.
so you don't, so you don't have to have a license to have a business, but you have to be licensed as a PI in
Got it.
Colorado. It's very weird, but
That is what's up. Boy, you go for it. You go for it. I might have some cases for you lined up. Let's see. There's a lot of people that really needs support, guidance, help, resources. You know what I'm saying? And that is so great with what you're doing. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. I'm so proud of you. Are you proud of her?
Absolutely.
Smooth Tim is, by the way, a retired lieutenant, so I know the law and know what's going on. He's one of the good guys, and that's another thing.
Yeah, I did
There's so
27
many
years of being a
bad
nice guy.
there's so many bad cops though that's making it hard for the good ones. You feel me?
yeah,
And and and
don't
and
get
it,
me
it
started
is.
on
So I'm
that.
glad that he got out before things got even worse because I wouldn't even let his ass go to work then. I'm like, this
Well,
is
you know what? If I was raised right, my father was also a cop. So he had 40 years. I had 27 years between us. We got almost 70 years of law enforcement.
mm-hmm.
And the number one thing that he always taught me is when you stop somebody, approach somebody, even talk to them, stop, approach, and talk to them like you would like to be stopped, approached, and talked to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what's up. So yeah, we have some things in common, but you are soaring so where I don't I'm speechless right now because I know it's a busy thing to do all those things. You're a busy mom. You have that's a busy job all by itself. You know what I mean? And then on the other hand, you have all these passions and hard work that you do. But valuing criminal justice, healing, and education for the black and minority communities is your exceptional podcast, Morning Mimosas. We got a picture for that one as well. So tell me about your show and what others can expect.
So morning mimosas. So some people don't know what morning mimosas mean, so I'll break it down. So morning is to awaken. I want to awaken the community. So morning, and then mimosas is my favorite alcoholic beverage, but
I
it's
love it.
also a beverage that brings people together. So I'm trying to awaken a gathering of people with morning mimosas. Value in criminal justice just means that making sure that cases pertaining to Black and minorities are, at the forefront of what I do because I'm a Black and I'm a minority woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only speak on cases that pertain to who I am and what I've been through. And I want to make sure that those cases are getting highlighted and getting the attention that it needs so they can be solvable.
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sorry, I can't sit here and continuously watch people get away with crimes. I'm not okay with it.
Right.
Um, healing, healing those families that have lost loved ones. Healing people with generational traumas. Abuse, sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. Making sure that we're breaking mental health stigma so people can get help so they can have a better mental health life because people just for some reason they put mental health in the back burner, um, and people really need to ooh, people need to have emotional intelligence because people lack that.
Mm-hmm.
And then education, relearning and unlearning things of our past. One of the things in our community specifically is that the only thing that's truly advanced is just technology.
Amen to that. You've had some great guests on your show. I want you to tell me just a couple of topics or subjects or guests that you've had that's impactful to you.
There was a lady, she was a victim of human trafficking. And I remember before I got her on the show, her and I would just talk about that because I actually met her because I found a YouTube video of her. Um, there was this production company in Texas. They do fentanyl stories, and I found her story on that channel, and just knowing what I went through, being young and dumb, and being pimped. I was pimped out too. Um, that just resonated with me. And then there was another lady. I interview a lot of people in Texas, but
Oh.
there was another lady in Texas. She abused alcohol, and then she started a nonprofit when she became clean
Mm.
to get other people to do sober activities, and I love that about her.
All right. That's a great show. So tell me how anyone worldwide can check out the vibe of Morning Mimosas.
So Morning Mimosas is available on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music / Audible. Um, so we go live on most Saturdays. I can give you guys the time zones because I'm pretty good at that now.
Oh, go for it.
10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Central, and 1 p.m. Eastern times.
That's how it's
And that's
done.
most Saturdays because, as you guys know, I am also Miss Black Denver. So some Saturdays I do pageant stuff. So yeah, just
Well, that's what
making my
you flowed it
making my
just
change.
greatly because that's what I was going to say next. I was going to go, well, lastly, audience, I must congratulate you on being Miss Black Denver USA 2024. That's an honor. And I've never even heard about that in Colorado or any other. So that's new to me. And I'm honored that you are the one. Tell me about this here pageant and what is your responsibilities? What you got to do?
So as Miss Black Denver, I'm doing the same things that I'm doing now. I am activating for or advocating. I said activating, like my hair.
What?
I'm advocating for my community and making sure that issues that pertain to Black women, Black men, Black boys, Black girls um, are at the forefront. And that's my whole campaign of being Miss Black Denver is to make sure that they know that I'm here for them and I'm here to be a voice for them. So that's me.
That's what's up. I love it. I'm telling you, you are busy. And I want to wish you continued success, a journey of legacies for your children, because it's all about that. Aside from being a detective, though, what is one goal that you're still working to achieve?
Home ownership.
That's
Home
what's up.
ownership is something that I'm really, really big on. That's another avenue I'm trying to get with my community is breaking that generational curse and building generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to be a homeowner, and I'm currently working on that. I'm working with a team that's helping me, build credit and,
That's what's up.
putting my down payment together. So by sometime next year, I will be in my beautiful either condo or townhouse.
All right.
So
That's what's up. Well, I've been there, done that. I must say, we our crib. Once the kids got grown and gone, we actually sold the house, bought an RV, and we traveled for a while because once Tim retired and I did, I traveled and did stand-up comedy until I was in Texas. We've been in Texas we're up in Ohio now, back at where we're from, but Texas like 8 years, and went down there, did a contest, won the contest, and from there, radio. Those were my dreams, to do comedy and radio, and I waited till the kids were grown, and that's what I did. And so the goal of the house for us, we've been there. Right now, I kind of like. Have you seen them little tiny houses? Like I want a tiny house so I can just leave all these grandkids and great grandkids. Right now, I still got things to do.
Can I come over and visit? No, there's no place to sit.
I just sent my great granddaughter. She's like a month and a half home. That's why I was a few minutes off, because well, I had to get her on out of here. I do what I can, but there's still things. But as far as being a homeowner, get that home, do that home. You making a whole future for yourself and your children. I want you to stay strong, because you are strong in my eyes. You are a warrior. Let's just keep it real. A lot of, I tell people that you can't walk my shoes unless you bought them at a yard sale or a Goodwill. I'm like, but it's true. No one can walk the shoes that you've been through. They can relate, or they can say, oh, but no one can. So what you're doing right now, the path that you opened up, the goals that you take, that's how you do it, and keep doing it. Don't be trying to take your life or no life, because you should already gotten the message that the Lord said, no, it's not your time. There's still so much that you have to do. And so you do that. But before we go, I want to ask, is there anything else that you might want to add or say that perhaps I didn't ask you?
Yeah, I have a I have a final word just for humans and just in general.
Okay.
Um, it's 2024, and things need to change, and I just want everybody to just take the time to just reevaluate something in your life that you need to change, and make
Mm-hmm.
make that change today. It's time for that. It's time for us to be better. So whatever you need to do to make yourself better today, do it, and
That's
do it
right.
now.
That's right. Make yourself a priority. Love yourself. I say that a lot, and I can't say it enough at all. But tell everybody how you can be followed on social media.
Well, you guys can find me personally on Facebook, with my government name, Holly Sisa. And you guys can find me as Miss Black Denver on Instagram. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out what else. Hmm, I'm also on a website called alignable.com. I actually want to share that with business owners real quick. Alignable.com is a wonderful platform for
Mm-hmm.
small business owners to do their business on. So please, please, please check that out. I actually won Businesswoman of the Year on that website.
Oh, really?
So
I gotta look that out.
absolutely.
I do the alignable too, and it is a good resource, a good connection, networking. All that is there, and it's free unless you want to advance yourself to another level. But hey, get
Right.
it provides enough for you to keep you inspired and keep you going. So yeah, that's what's up. I appreciate that indeed. I do want you to keep me in mind when the song jumps off, because we would love to showcase that. Anytime you want to come back and seriously talk about other things, I am welcoming you for that. I thank you so much for taking the time today to be here on the show and get even personal deep, that I didn't know how the depths that was going. So you brought my emotions to my shoulders right now, girl. I'm like, stop, because
Appreciate the
it's deep.
honesty and openness.
It's very deep and it's serious, and you are the warrior that's out here making a testimony, helping people, and doing what you do best. And I thank you so much for taking the time being here on the show. We most definitely going to be back in touch with you. Holly
Thank you so
Sisa,
much.
everybody. All right, we're going to take a commercial break, and when we get back, Smooth's going to tell y'all something. Check it out.
Are you tired of driving around a dirty car? Say hello to the ultimate solution for your car. Quick auto detail, home, work, or wherever. Their mobile car spa will clean and shine your car anytime and anywhere. Their products are gentle on your car's paint and they use only the highest quality materials. Book your appointment now.
All righty. That was nice.
That was exceptional. And I tell you, Holly Sisa is an amazingly strong.
She came out of it tough, though.
Bless,
A lot of people complain about some of the little things. Well, she had some major issues.
Absolutely.
And she got through it just fine, folks.
Absolutely. And giving back to the people, helping those that need help, need support, need guidance, resources. And I am so honored.
She obviously practiced
faith over fear. You better believe it. You better believe it. I mean, I can't imagine how me personally would handle something like the things that she's went through. And she's come through it all strong. And we say hats off to you, Queen
Indeed.
Holly Sisa. And we look forward to bigger and even better things, including that house. Get that crib, girl. That's what's up. Having them goals and making it happen on this terrific Tuesday, the Queen Silvy Show. Hey, tomorrow's Wednesday. I know you didn't know that, did you? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, that's Tim's Tidbits tomorrow, and that's in the evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He talks about some everything, plus he has an asshole of the week. Oh, you know who the asshole of the week is? Well, tune in for that as well. Anything else you want to say?
No, that's about it.
All right. And then there's Thursday. That is the Now You Know show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim, bringing you inspirational, encouraging, motivating
potpourri of entertainment, Queen.
Potpourri of entertainment, Smooth, coming from the heart just for you. And we also showcase at the end of the show a hot music video. So stick around for the super greatness that we provide for you every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And in fact, Smooth, tell everybody how we can be followed.
Look at the top of the screen scrolling. You can go to www.thequeensylvyshow.com, or you can go to our Facebook page and or our YouTube page. In both of those, you can simply drop in The Queen Silvy Show, and you'll get the results of all of our shows, 3 of them, as a matter of fact, and other projects that we work on. It's a very entertaining channel, so while you're there, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, congratulations to Holly Sisa, Miss Black Denver USA 2024. She's also nominated for an award, and I'm going to tell you what that award is. Innovative Community Leader Award down in Houston, Texas, and other projects that she's doing. Busy doing a great thing. Keep it up. Hats off to you. Go and follow her and go and check out on Saturdays, Morning Mimosas. And if she decides to do it on a Wednesday or Tuesday or any other day, she's going to let you know, and you'll find out by following her on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So, I've only had a cup of tea, and I'm ready to smash and grub and feed my face right now. So, with that said,
till next week, same Queen time, same Queen station. We'll holla, folks. Bye.
Join me every Tuesday for fun and games and play for cash. That's right. Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game is back, and you can come aboard and play. It's simple. Just email us your name and contact information, and you are in there, baby.